Kayleah is 8 years old, and when she was 4 years old, we noticed that she was having problems hearing. There was a lot of huh and what, and I learned to make eye contact with her every time I wanted her attention because she could hear more clearly and she was paying attention. But it wasn't just that, it was that she couldn't hear, and she learned to read our lips, and she was reading lips very well. But she would also mispronounce things. Her hearing loss is in the high tones, or the high frequencies, so she would hear the vowel sounds but not the consonants, so she would pronounce things like Dairy Queen she thought was barely clean, and the elevator she thought was an alligator.
He would talk to me and I wouldn't be able to hear him. And I would keep saying, huh, what? And he would get very frustrated at me and keep saying, never mind. And I was so sorry, but I can't hear you. Sometimes I don't like missing everything usually, and that sometimes I feel invisible.
When they turned on her hearing aids for the first time, her face lit up, and I was standing behind her and I said, I love you, Kayleah. And she said, I love you too, Mommy. And the biggest deal was that she didn't turn around to hear me say it. That was the first time that she had ever, in my memory, heard me say that without looking at me and reading my lips.
When I first heard the first alarm go off, I jumped up and I said, what was that? And my mom said, that was the reheating. And I slowly sat back down. And I was like, okay, that is odd. I never heard anything like that in my entire life. So I'm pretty glad you guys came along, so if you guys haven't came along, I would never be able to hear or be a doctor. Which I'm glad you came along, and now that I have hearing aids, I'm pretty glad that I never decided what doctor I wanted to be, but now I decided because you guys came along and I wanted to help other people, so I started an ear doctor.